Hello, everyone, brothers, sisters in Christ. This is your sister in the Lord, Nicole, coming to bring you words of encouragement as I am always trying to obey my Father. Uh, I honestly don't know how I'm going to start this, but I have to be quick. He's giving me 15 minutes. So, uh, I just want to encourage everyone that may come across this video. If you do stumble across it, if you happen to stroll and you catch it, it's not by surprise. There are some things that the Father is doing, and He wants you to be encouraged through it. Um, as you can see by the title of this video, it's End Time Encouragement. I believe this is what I am supposed to be doing from here on out. It's encouraging His people with testimonies, um, words of encouragement, a word. Of course, everything's attached to the word. I won't do anything without it. And in this particular time, he wants me to share a testimony, and I didn't even realize it was a testimony until I went through it. So it's honestly for those who are only being led by his spirit, that he's telling you to do certain things and you see that it looks like it's not working, or if you maybe miss God. I had a couple of times where I asked myself, did I miss hearing him? Did I miss it? And I just later found out that I didn't. I honestly been doing a lot of, I was walking in faith more than I thought I was, and it actually took the Ruach HaKodesh to tell me that that was happening. So without further ado, I just want to share with you what happened to me in the course of 3, maybe 4 months. And it's been a while since I did a video. And as I stated in my last video, that I would only speak as I'm led to. And of course, the Father has told me a couple of times that I'm not showing you all of these things for nothing or just to keep to yourself, share with people. And as I've come to learn the gifts that I operate in now, being that I do dream a lot, and as of lately, some of the dreams that I've had, they have come to pass, and then they also symbolism. So it's a lot of the time, meditating on it, because I'm not a straight dreamer. There are some things I have to kind of figure it out uh, through prayer and fasting, of course. But nevertheless, I wouldn't have it any other way. I think it's amazing when it does come. I'm quite sure my father be looking at me like, yeah, she caught that. And it happened to me just yesterday at work. But nevertheless, I just wanted to first encourage you, for those who are seeking signs. If you're looking to see a sign to make sure this is something that Father is telling you to do, or that you feel like you are led to do something, if you don't hear his voice all the time, which I don't most of the time, I have. He does speak to me in my spirit every now and again, but most of the time I'm led, like there is just an unction to just do it. And I move like that. But other than that, I'm not going to just up and move. I'm, going to wait for, the peace that comes with it. And, but in this instance, he has placed in my heart in 2019. I thought I was just speaking it. I was just talking, like, oh, I think I might move to Texas. I think I might just move, and didn't put no thought about it after that. And now 3 years later, yeah, 3 years later since that happened. That was like January 2019. Yeah, about 3 years. Now here I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston, Texas. I moved in June. Um, I mean, if anybody was to tell me I was moving, I would have never believed them. But yeah, I did, and this is my first time leaving the state that I pretty much grew up in. When my father was born and raised in Edisto Beach, but we lived in North Charleston. But yeah, I moved. The opportunity presented itself when I was able to transfer at my job. I work with FedEx Express, And I took the opportunity. I had to wait a couple of months before I could put it in, but I did. So that's what I want to encourage you with. Try not to ask for a sign. Some things that a father leads us to do, whether he speaks to you or he shows you or he confirms through a complete stranger or a family member, some things you are not supposed to ask a sign for. I remember Yahusha had asked that you should not ask for a sign. You know, the wicked, perverse generations seek for signs. Um, he goes into detail that you can look at the sky and see the time that is of the time of day, but you can't look around you and can't discern the times. But that's a sign. So, nevertheless, I encourage you not to ask for a sign. If Father placed something in your heart and you believe that's from Him, you test the spirit. And how do you test it? You walk in it. And if it don't happen, then it's not what He said. But for instance, for me moving here is a sign, because what it is a sign is um, when it comes to pass. If Father showed you something or He tells you something and it comes to pass, that is your sign. That's how you know it's from Him. And it's also in Deuteronomy. With he goes into details about false prophets. Some they speak out of the abundance of their heart. They talk about visions, or they even speak things that they desire to see themselves, but it's not what He spoke. So if a false prophet is among you and they speaking into your life and you haven't seen nothing come to pass, then that is a false prophet, because the signs didn't follow. It's also been spoken by Yahusha in Mark 16, where he says, signs follow those that believe. So that's how you know when it's from the Father. The signs will come to pass, it will be seen. So I encourage you, try not to ask for a sign ahead of time, because it might not even come to from the Father. It might be even the enemy trying to make you do something that the Father is telling you, to do, and He might be telling you to do it, and He might give you a desire or might want you to do something a certain way, but it's up to you on making that come to pass. All you have to do is obey and just trust Him. But so that's what I would like to encourage you. Don't ask for a sign too much. Just walk it out. So in my case, I am a testament of a sign. 2019, I said, maybe I should move to Texas, and now it's October 2022, and I'm here in Houston, Texas. So the sign has come to pass. That's how I know it's from Him, and He made everything work out. But now that I'm here, I just want to encourage you again that it might not look like Father didn't even set anything up for you. And in my case, it just looks like nothing is happening. Like, I know I'm in my promised land and nothing is happening. So here is the deal. The devil don't want you to move. So 9 times out of 10, when you do move, as you're led by the Father and the Spirit, the enemy is not going to like it. He's not going to like it at all. If anything, he didn't wanted you to stay where you were at, where you were comfortable, where everything seemed like everything was going good. But in reality, Father wants you out of your comfort zone. He wants you to trust completely in Him. And that's when you may get some warfare. Peter says there was a perpetual door open onto him, but on the other side of that door, it was an adversary. And that's how I know, for me, that I've done something that I was supposed to do, because of the adversary. So, my other word of encouragement is, when you do step out and you are obeying the Father, and you looking around and it doesn't look like what you thought it should look, trust and believe that this is an adversary, but it is the will of Father. And why is because He's serving you some humble pie. I have to say it like that. He is serving some humble pie. So trust and believe It's not by accident. It's not by, you doing something wrong, or because that's what I thought. I was like, well, maybe I should have stayed in South Carolina, but I'm gonna have to save that for a testimony of me moving to Texas. But I know I'm supposed to do it. And the reason why is because there were some things that I believe was attached to the old house and the old way of living. And I'm living actually Genesis 12 when the father sent Abram out from his father's house into a land he was going to show him. And I never knew I was actually going to ever do it. But some things, you just think about. And then there are other times when the Father just puts in your heart to move. And I just know when it's time to move. Plus, I didn't want to delay it because I felt like if I stayed too long, I might have missed something, or I might have been affected by something I was supposed to miss. So you just want to obey the Father, however He leads you to do certain things. But just knowing that in the times that we are in, He will lead you to do some things that may seem uncomfortable, but it's to let you know that He is still moving and He desires that His kingdom be established on the earth. And that's the end time encouragement for now, that He is moving and He is going to use most of us to be a demonstration in the earth. And you just have to be ready. I know many of us say we want to be used in the most impeccable way, and then when we have to go through some challenges, it's like, what did I do? But that's what the enemy wants you to think, that it's something that you've done, but you really haven't. You just obeyed the Father. So I encourage you to continue to obey the Father, because I believe there are some great things that He is about to release to His people. He is about to release some mighty things. I believe the words that I've been hearing, and the wealth transfer, and the restoration. That was my word when I moved here, that I would be restored. Family, marriage, everything. So that was the first thing. It was like I wasn't going to get it where I was at. I had to step out. And with that said, I do want to leave with the word of Isaiah 43:18, and it reads, "Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old." Verse 19, "Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." And that was my word for many years now. But I literally had to step out on that word, that He was doing a new thing. And yes, I saw it, because I could not take no more of where I was at. I was needing something. I was desiring something different. I was desiring something new. And I walked it out. I walked with it. I walked with according to what He was leading me to do. And the move from South Carolina to Texas, a 17-hour drive, and I did it with the help of His Spirit, of course. But it was just me and my little Chihuahua. Got in the truck, and I towed my truck behind me, and my car behind me, and I traveled, and here I am in a city I've never been in before, never dreamt, never seen, didn't know anything about, but I'm here, and there's more to share. So I just want to encourage you, ladies, gentlemen, brothers and sisters in the Lord, that whatever the Father is leading you to do in this time, step out and know that He's with you. I prefer you to walk in obedience than to walk in disobedience, because I believe this is the time we will see Him and see His glory. So I'm praying for you. I love you all, and I will talk with you soon. Shalom.